Hello and welcome to Thehayteamtv. Right, today is going to get super busy. We're baling loads of hay, so Charlie over in the background is rigging up his spikes for hauling bales in. HRS has got the rake. He's just gone off with Blue Boss Man to see what we're raking up, what's going to what, and where we're going to start. Blue Boss Man's tractor's ready to go on a baler. I'm putting the mowers on, so I'm not bringing bales in. I'm cutting more down, getting more on the deck. We did get caught in a bit of a shower on some of the stuff that is going to get baled today, but it's not looking too bad. So yeah, we're going to pick up 100-ish acres and we're going to drop another 100-ish acres, and then we're going to drop more on Sunday and basically just see how this all goes. But there's a lot to do and it looks like we're going to get a really good next week. Fingers crossed at the moment, because this could go anywhere, because basically weather forecasters like to forecast some things and then like to change their mind on us later on. But hopefully, fingers crossed, that's all done. First job, I've been in here baling, so apologies, I'm going to turn around and show what we've been up to. Apologies that I made a video for like the last 10 days. I've just been absolutely snowed under. We had breakdowns in the factory. You can see a small stack of small bales out there. This shed is very slowly getting absolutely full up. There's a lot of pallets in here. We basically ran out of stuff completely, near enough. A few pallets here and there, but nothing that could really keep us going. Had to get the baler fixed ASAP, and then on top of getting the baler fixed, we had to get loads of stuff prepped. And other than cutting the block that you haven't seen me cut, which is getting baled today, I've been basically just baling, and baling. Either by myself or with Charlie in or some of the boys, but just putting sheer hours in here. So I haven't been able to really do any interesting videos, really. But we're back. Hope you're all well. If you haven't yet done so, please hit subscribe. That'd be most appreciated. Now, I'm going to get on with everything I've got to do. So I'm down in the water meadows and crops. Light isn't helping us on that side. Well, maybe it's something to do with the doors. Doors, I think. Look for the back window. Cropping is huge. Down here is good because it always just stays, you know, wet underfoot. But I made this full of balls up. So the whole of this field used to be dry. Whole of it. We had our local council come in and put flood prevention in. There's a stream that goes through there, and in doing that, somehow, when they worked in this area here, they either hit a load of springs or something, and it turned it into an absolute marsh. So at some point, I'm thinking, you can see I'm really scarred up there. The thing is, I went in down there, and the mower just dipped in a bit, and so did the wheel, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll pop back up, it's alright. But it wasn't alright. I didn't stay far enough out, and I've ended up sort of, you know, making a bit of a mess. But again, it shouldn't be like it. It should be totally fine. First couple of years having this area, not a problem. Cows come in, it's a wreck-it. So evening's drawing in. I've not finished. I've got to wrap these. Everyone has pretty much done all their jobs. I've only got to wrap them now because I've got stuff to do in the morning, aka rebaling more stuff because there's so much going out. There's a new fast track. Yes, so you all know there are 2 new fast tracks here. Let's just say, you know, swap like for like. There's not a lot different. We will get around to it eventually. I was talking about them, but this time we'll talk about them when we're actually driven them, so we can tell you all sorts of things that we think are good about them. So slightly different way of doing it, but that's all rigged up with the spikes. They've been bringing all the bales in after I've finished rolling up. I am going to quickly put a t-shirt on because it's starting to get a bit chilly, and then I'm going to get the wrapper out and get this lot put away, because I got a heap of hay to put away that's been brought in because I haven't been putting it away whilst we've been doing everything because I've been mowing. So you can see where this is all going. Everything's chaos. Right guys, finally I got around to wrapping some bales. A little problem getting the wrapper out of the shed because we haven't got around to fixing the jack yet. It collapsed on itself, so that took me a minute to get dug out. And as I come back in a minute around the wrapper, I forgot to press the wrapper to wrap. That's right, you're going to see a little bit of problem with it, and I'll explain it in a second. Fortunately, with a double stem wrapper, that applying wrap to forefoot is pretty fast, as they only got to do 12 rotations. Now, when this one tips up, which is now, you're going to see a slight, I'll turn you so you can see, little problem here, it doesn't go back up again. Now it doesn't do that because it gets wedged on the big bale. Now the big bale is there, because when I do this, it brings my forefoot, so the big bale there is one of last year's bales which will get reprocessed soon. So if I make a little hole in it, I'll patch it up, but it's not going to be the end of the world because it's going to be used up like quite immediately. Now the reason for doing this is with the price of plastic, we don't want to waste it, but also we can't afford to have any holes to ruin the product. So as I was having a bit of a lazy evening, not that I'm lazy because I'm still up, and it is 10 o'clock currently. Oh, 10:30, my bad. Look at the clock been adjusted. So, because of that, what was I going with this? I'm having a little bit of a tired meltdown. So yeah, I was having a little bit of a lazy moment, and I couldn't be asked to drive up to the other farm where the crash mat is and bring it down, because that would be like another 10-15 minutes driving around aimlessly before I even got to doing the job at hand. So I put the big bale at the end of the wrapper, I'm stopping the bales touching the floor, which is touching the stones. So it just sits on the little panel on the back of the wrapper, which is hell of a handy. And that means no plastic, which is great, which is what we want. Well, yeah, well, we don't want any damage, basically, because the price of plastic is just not funny. Price of anything. Biggest pain in the ass though is these bloody 4-foots, because they just take so much time. So if I was doing the big bales, the wrapper still pretty much keeps up with me as I stack my yard. Now doing these, it's always waiting for me, and obviously there's 3 times as many bales, 3 times as many movements, 3 times as many wrappings, 3 times the amount of net. So effectively a 4-foot bale costs more to produce than a 3-foot. I wonder how many of you think about that. On another note, if you follow any of our own social media, has anyone else seen that 9-foot by 9-foot round baler? Dear God, that thing would be an absolute beauty drive, wouldn't it? 9-foot by 9-foot round bales. Could probably feed 200 cows for a week. Yes, I know someone's going to be in the comments and say, well, that's not quite right. 200 cows will require this amount of feed. Oh well, I'm sorry. Just a comment for a bit of a laugh. Don't take it too seriously. So yeah. Last couple of things before I sort of sign off this. Apologies, I haven't put a video up for 10 days. Just been manic on catching up on stuff. And hopefully this video is good enough for you all. Even though it feels a little bit lacklustre from my end, because I haven't been able to stop today so much with problems. Like obviously you all saw the problem with the mud, then I had problems with the fast track overheating, and then I had problems with the fast track on PTO overrunning speed, but I will talk about that in the next episode. So, if you haven't yet done so, please hit us a like, that would be great, thank you very much. Also, if you haven't yet done so, please just click on that subscribe, just like me, tapping on this bell. That would be awesome, myself and HRS. Yeah, he will be back at some point, and he will tell you all the gossip. If you want to find any more of us, you can find us on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and occasionally TikTok, but I haven't put anything there for a while. And there is something new coming soon. What could that be? I'll leave it with you. But until next time, see you in the next one. Cheers.